Hello, I'm Lorianne Poutier, President and co-founder of IntegraCare Corporation, and it is week ending March 5th, 2021, and I'm here to report our update on COVID-19. Our focus at this time is on two very important initiatives: the vaccination of our residents and our team members, and seeking and working out strategies to increase visitation opportunities as we phase out of this very long winter. Today, I plan to share 3 things with you. And most importantly, number 1, what is the current COVID situation at each of our communities? I am elated to keep this short and sweet. We are COVID-free in all of our communities and vigorously working toward the engagement that you all seek. Also, the incidence rates in the communities surrounding our senior living residences also continue to decline. This supports our goal of connection and visitation. Vaccination is also essential to meaningful visitation, and I plan to cover that in a little more depth. Number 2, where are we on vaccination? As I mentioned, we are 100% focused on the vaccination of our residents and our team members. Success here equates to a safer place for all and more connections. I believe we can all agree that there is nothing more impactful than vaccination to our collective futures. To that end, I am pleased to share that we continue with our vaccination clinics, and based on the current vaccines already administered and those already scheduled coming in the next few weeks, this is where we stand. Colonial Courtyard at Clearfield, 100% of residents and 100% of team members vaccinated. Colonial Courtyard at Bedford, 94% residents and 88% team members vaccinated or underway. Colonial Courtyard at Tyrone, 97% of residents and 99% of team members underway. Candlelight Cove, 100% of residents and 76% of team members underway. New Haven Court at Clearview, 100% of residents and 83% of team members. New Haven Court at Linwood, 99% of residents and 96% of team members. Magnolias of Chambersburg, 90% of residents and 89% of team members. Magnolias of Lancaster, 90% of residents and 72% of team members. And I did want to note on Magnolias of Lancaster, our numbers are a little lower on team members because Lancaster just came out of a full-blown outbreak, and we're pleased to share they're COVID-free. But the result of that was a delay in the vaccination clinics, and we are looking forward to improving the team member percentage over the upcoming weeks. The Pines of Mount Lebanon, 92% of residents and 100% of team members. Hunters Woods at Trails Edge, 100% of residents and 97% of team members. Bay Village in Annapolis, Maryland, 100% resident commitment and 100% of team members. And finally, Queenstown Landing in Queenstown, Maryland, 100% of team members, and we are just getting ready to start admitting our first residents. Obviously, from the smile on my face, you can see that we are gratified by these results and glad to share the news to our current and potential residents, their families, and our team members. Please know that our efforts are intentional and 100% dedicated to creating a safer place for all and a place where visitation will take place. I will be updating our opening plans for each community during my next message. Vaccination is hope, and we are moving in the right direction. And finally, number 3, what's new with our team members? It's been a while since I shared something along those lines. And I am proud to say that we hosted an organization-wide perfect attendance ceremony last week, and we had 35 team members across our organization being recognized for perfect attendance. Please take a moment to think about how hard that must have been for each team member. Think about the sacrifices they made. Think about their commitment to our residents, your loved ones, during a historic pandemic that has lasted over a year. They were honored publicly during the Facebook broadcast by our CEO, Larry Revelis, and each of them received a $1 an hour pay increase to recognize and honor their commitment and great work. Please join me in congratulating all of them. I'm sure they would love to hear from you, and we are posting their names in a grid attached to this message. I love leaving you on a high note this week. The return to normal is a game of inches, and great team members are placing the remaining distance within our reach. Thank you so much, and have a fantastic weekend.
IntegraCare. Our mission is to improve the quality of life for our team members, residents, and their families.